2025. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Don't forget that. It's about 8:20 a.m. Stock market recovery still going on from yesterday. So if you didn't cover shorts yesterday, you got your head handed to you today. We're still seeing gold staying fairly well bid. This is $10 off the high. So it was up $21 overnight. Silver is not gaining on it again. We have the copper market about unchanged. Now, here's part of the problem. At 1 o'clock today, supposedly, because we've been told this, that Tuesday and or Wednesday, the president was going to sign reciprocal tariffs. Now we've been told by the press secretary it could be 1 o'clock today that the president is going to sign the reciprocal tariff bill. What does it include? Does it include metal markets? Don't know. Is it agriculture? Don't know. Is it going to be what? Cars? Don't know. There's so many don't knows. We know that today we've got Prime Minister Modi of India meeting at the White House, making his pitch to the president about tariffs that are going to roll back from India to try to avoid the U.S. putting them on. I understand the list of tariffs that India has on U.S. products is enormous. So I don't know what an easy sell that one's going to be. It's probably going to be difficult. We know that the Canadians, they've been in Washington negotiating, so we will see what that comes up with. Yesterday, as you know from the headlines, President Trump went around NATO, went around Ukraine, and talked directly with President Putin, trying to find a way, a compromise that they could start meeting and talking about the end of the war. Sounds great. And then last night, Putin launched a massive amount of strikes against Kiev. So I think he's saying, hey, you want to talk with us? This is it. But he's not giving up any of the land that he acquired. Certainly Crimea is off the table. I don't know about the lands that they just captured or that Ukraine has captured about there. But the pressure's on all of NATO now, because what it really says is the U.S. is tired of funding this war. I'm going right to the bottom line of it. Forget what's right, forget what's wrong. This president doesn't want to fund this war anymore. He just sees it as going on and on and on and bleeding money. And he also doesn't want to keep throwing money at NATO that doesn't step to the table and increase its protection of itself monetarily by throwing money into things. So it's a big event. Bonds and notes coming back today after the PCE numbers. So maybe before we get too far, we take a look. The producer price numbers, just like the CPI, came in higher than expected. It came in at up 0.4%. They expected up 0.3. The producer price ex food and energy, that was flat. That's a good number. Personal consumption up 0.3. But here's one, and I haven't had a chance to review. Why did it jump from 0.2 in December to the final demand of up 0.5 percentage point? That's quite a bit. Jobless claims staying down at 7,000 less, so 213. They were looking for down 4,000 at 215, so a continuing strong market there. And you lost back jobs on the continuing claims. The one thing that we're seeing is a resilient U.S. labor market. That strength in the labor market keeps the Fed on hold for a very long time. And if you watched yesterday, what you saw in the Fed was obviously them talking about right now, they're just sitting still. That makes sense. You're going to have energy analysts are forecasting the EIA natural gas storage at a 95 billion withdrawal. We finished up yesterday, or the Trump administration, I say we, America, finished up the early buyout of people and federal workers. 75,000, or about 3% of the workforce, took the deal. I wonder if more would have taken it had you had not had so many lawsuits and so much against it. But they got 3%. That will go through. A federal judge said the act is legal, so that went down. In the grain markets, it's a little bit of everywhere today. Wheat slightly higher, corn's lower, beans down. I think everybody's on edge, even in the foreign currency markets. What are these tariffs? What are they going to say? What do you do with them? So I think these are the things that you're going to have to focus on today. I'll be focused there. I'll catch up with all of you at the end of the trading day and be able to give you, I hope, a better analysis, because you've got to start putting these CPI, PPI numbers together to get an idea of where the PCE index that the Fed watches will come in. But I think it's still not going to be a number where the Fed can step back and say we've made a lot of success. I'm Ira. You have yourself a great morning. I'll catch up with you later in the day.